Hi, I'm Mishti Max, and I'm here to share this rainbow lip art. And what better month to release this craziness on my lips than June? I hear we should be loud and proud and colourful, so let's go for it. What else can I say but my dick is so hard, you'll need a flak jacket. I wiped off the lip balm and exfoliated my lips. Then I primed my lips with MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base. I have my rainbow of fruit flavors right here in this Makeup Forever Flash palette. I'm starting with the red cream and outlining the upper perimeter of my lips with an angled brush from mybrushset.com. I'm just getting the basic shape and then thickening up the line, following the angles of my lips. To keep that cream in place at the top of the rainbow, I have the Sugarpill eyeshadow in Love Plus. And after I wiped off that same little angled brush, I patted the red shadow over that stripe of color. Next, I dipped into the yellow cream, and with an eyeliner brush, I skipped down to the center of the lips to make the yellow strip. I kept it simple and made this band rounded as I thickened it up, and also took it on to the lower lip, since it could get swallowed up by the contours of the mouth. The cream is easy to wipe away with a finger or cotton bud if you go outside the lines. To set this baby up for life, I have the Sugarpill eyeshadow in Buttercup Cake, and I tapped it over the center with the same cleaned off eyeliner brush, all the way to the corners. Going back to the yellow and red creams, I mixed them on the back of my hand until I got a nice little orange shade, and I took that angled brush to grease the bridge between the yellow and the red. I added some happiness on top of that with the Sugarpill Flame Point eyeshadow, simply wiping off the brush again and stamping the orange between the yellow and the red. I'm following the points up top and the rounded edge on the bottom. I made sure to brighten up the yellow with more Buttercup Cake and shore up that edge. And then I moved on to some Juicy Green on that same eyeliner brush and slid that under the yellow in a nice arc on the bottom lip. I wiped off the brush again and first went into Sugarpill Maduri to lay over the green cream. That was a little too dark, so I scraped up some Sugarpill Acid Berry and swiped it over the top to lighten it up and to give it a little shine like a light in the sky. Next is some indigo, or rather the blue cream, and I took a smaller eyeliner brush to carefully line under the green sliver, cleaning up that line and making it a little thinner while giving some room for the blue stream and saving a spot for the violet. I readied the same brush to dive into Sugarpill After Party, and I dabbed it over my next prismatic splitting light. Lastly, we're down to the violet band of refraction, and since there's no purple cream, I have to mix some red and blue, and I even added some pink in there so I could get the right shade to finish off the bottom lip with another fine eyeliner brush. Then we have some Sugarpill Poison Plum eyeshadow to smother over the top of that violet string that finishes off the rainbow and holds the look together. And now the fun part starts. I have these little square rhinestones in a sack, and I separated out the colors I needed into this palette, and I went about getting the Pros-Aide, a pointed cotton bud, and my sticky stick out to get on with business. I slopped on a strip of adhesive along the red band of light and let it dry for a while before picking up the red square stones and placing them next to each other with the Embelly Jelly stick. I tried to make them vaguely follow the Cupid's bow shape and the form of the lip line, and then employed various implements to push them around, such as the back of the stick, some tweezers, or even my ever-useful long painted pinky nail. I used the same method over the orange shade, using a pointed cotton bud to pick up the glue and slide it on my lips. I went back to add some more red fleshy cubic dudes on the Cupid's bow to fill out that space. And since I didn't have a very good replication of orange in my sack, I picked up Mr. In Between to start from the outer corners coming inwards, plopping down the shiny geometric shapes and pushing them down securely with a finger. This glue starts off a nice creamy white shade, but goes clear when it's ready to play with. So I just had to wait a little while and maybe fan it dry with my hand before supplanting the matte yellow inner sections with some of my reflective pyramid buddies. I just crammed on as many as I could, trying not to recede too far inside my mouth, and just focused on getting them on there without stressing myself out trying to make them perfectly perpendicular. I had some more fun with some emerald rhinestones to hug the yellow on the lower lip, with only one line of those little babies, and found that if I applied the glue while I was on the line above, it would be ready when it came to outfitting the next explosion of color. It was the same story with indigo and violet, and anytime a rhinestone stepped out of place, I commissioned the tweezers to manipulate it to where it was supposed to go, or just pulled it off completely. But if you do that, you can remove the layer of product underneath along with the glue. So it's better to push what you got around until it behaves. The spectrum of colors is really coming together, and although I'm exhausted by this point, it's really exciting to see the deep but shimmery crystals come together to finish off the bottom lip. I added an extra line of purple stones on the lower portion of my bottom lip to maintain the general shape of my lip line. However, I'm not sure if the square shots of light really lined up too well, as they kind of hung off the curve of my bottom lip. Oh well, they're stuck there now. And now I can sing a rainbow, and you can sing a rainbow too. Listen with your eyes, listen with your ears, and sing everything you see. I can sing a rainbow, but instead I just slammed one all over my mouth. This design has been on my list for such a long time, but I knew I didn't just want to do a plain old rainbow. It just had to be 3D, and so it just had to take forever to stick on these tiny, shiny, delightful shards of light all over my lips. These delicious babies sparkle quite nicely, and in the end, I was happy to see this plan finally come to fruition. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this colorful rainbow lip art tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes. And if you want to send me a letter or something, I have my PO box in the description box.